controversy? Yeah. Are you ready for some fun? Yeah. Yeah. Are you ready for some laughs? Yeah. Let's get unfiltered with Psycho 4081.
Welcome again. This is another episode, Unfiltered with Psycho 4081. Today's topic, we're going to talk about should broke men date? And the reason why I came to this topic, because I saw it on several social media sites where that was the topic. And one of the comments that I read, where it was a guy who said, should men even date if they're making under $145,000 a year? You know, so I commented.
Oh yeah, send him to Charlotte. If he's right at 145 with what I'm making, we can do great things.
So, but it's, you know, it's funny because we had a
I just
variety
realized
of,
who that was.
Hey,
Tina.
Dimitri, what's up, baby?
we had a variety of responses. So I did one on WhatsApp, and 70% of the respondents said yes, men should, you know, have a certain amount of money before they even think about dating. 70% said no. 30% said yes. And this so happens that the 30% was all women. So, then read some comments from social media. But the first question, though, what everybody has to be wondering is,
But how can you go on a date if you broke?
well, for the first question would be, what does financially stable actually mean? Does it mean no debt, steady income, or just living paycheck to paycheck, or not living paycheck to paycheck? What does actually being broke mean to you?
I got my male coworker on here too, Danny. He said, "How can you date if you're broke?"
Oh, okay, we're gonna get
That's
into
what
that.
I'm saying.
Hey, Danny.
Easy, right? We can. I mean,
Yeah, you're right. We can. It's got to be keep it simple and all that.
Yeah, exactly.
You still even
Walks
simple.
in the
Even
walks in the park.
simple, you need
Walks
some
in the
money.
park.
Walks in the parks are free.
Yeah, steps. Get your steps in all day.
So, getting into the question, like, what do you consider
I can walk by myself.
being broke?
Damn, but you don't want a little company sometimes?
Karen, you could do a lot of things by yourself, but you don't do it.
Yes, she do.
Yeah, I do.
So, you're gonna talk over. What do you consider being financially stable, or actually broke? What would you consider a man being broke?
Broke, they really can't. They can't help you in no kind of way, or they can't even help. They can't even help themselves.
They can't.
For
So
one.
you would say living paycheck to paycheck?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay.
Because if you live in the paycheck to paycheck, is you probably making just enough to cover your bills, and you know what I'm saying. So you really don't have any money, and I'm not talking about no expensive date or whatever. But you don't have any money, because especially like now, gas is up. And if you broke living the paycheck to paycheck, it's really going to be tough for you to try to date.
Okay. So if you're living, now for everybody who's listening, if you're living paycheck to paycheck, you are considered broke. Is that what I'm getting? Okay. What about Tina? What do you say? What's being broke to you?
Having to, I don't know, because it's different for me. I'm in a different age bracket, so I'm definitely looking for something different. I definitely want someone that has a job and is able to pay their own bills. Uh,
Does debt
I'm
matter?
not saying that I don't want to be wined and dined, but I do want to go out from time to time. I don't need anyone to pay my bills. But with that said, if we've been dating for a while, I would expect to have some type of, offer something, buy me, not perfume. I don't even wear perfume, but anything, just show the growth in the relationship, and I'll reciprocate that as well.
Okay.
So it's not just me taking, I want to see that our relationship is definitely maturing. And, unfortunately, society has use the barometer of materialistic things in order to see if you're satisfied, to see if you're happy, by the things that people can give you. I don't necessarily measure a relationship that way, is how you treat me. But to answer your question, I would say it depends. It definitely depends.
It's not a specific monetary level. Like you can't say
Okay.
50
Yes, it
50,000.
is. Yes, yes, it
It is
is.
okay.
I'm not dating anyone from McDonald's. I'm not. I want a professional. I'm a professional, so I would
That's
prefer
the
to
hamburger place.
date someone that is a professional, or they don't necessarily have to be in the banking industry, but have a job where you have been at that particular organization for a while. You have
Or
pension,
someone
you
who's
have
equally
401.
yoked.
Yeah, and he ain't even
Okay.
got to be all the. For me, he doesn't even have to be all the way equally yoked. Bring something to the table.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So should financial stability be a requirement before you start dating, or is that something that you can actually build while you're dating?
Okay, so no, because I'm 60, and anybody that I date, nigga, you ain't got that much time to build. You should have already built some of that. Some of those safeguards for yourself.
Right.
Yeah, I don't need a fix it man. I'm not trying to save anyone. So you do have to have certain things. Now, if you can, maybe you are debt free and you make $50,000, which is fine by
Mm-hmm.
me. If you can sustain, and maybe you have investments, you don't need to make a whole lot of money. So I really wouldn't be quick to judge somebody for making $50,000.
Okay. So with that said, is the expectation different for men than for women?
I think because the way today is in social media, I think it is. Men have pick up the litter. They have their own places.
Mm-hmm.
They're
No,
doing a lot more. I think some of them are more stable than they were when I was growing up.
Okay.
I didn't see those examples of someone having their own place, especially, a man having their own place, their own car, usually they living with their
I mean,
parents or go
but that's
ahead.
like on the flip side, with a male in terms of a woman, he don't want a woman with a bunch of kids and a bunch of baggage. Just like, I mean, it's
Yeah.
because his funds are, he don't have much to, if you have children, I don't want a man that's not taking care of his kids.
Okay.
But things like that, you take all that into consideration. A man doesn't want a woman who's banking on him solely either.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay.
Mm-mm.
Okay. So let me follow that up, and I'm gonna hit Karen up with this one. Right? Is expecting a man to be providers outdated, realistic, or still necessary?
I'll say, what is it? I
I
just put
don't
a second
expect
up here.
them to
Thirty,
be.
Wait a
Just
minute.
some
They,
stuff around.
they gotta be
30.
somewhat. They don't have to be a provider because I'm gonna make do for mine. Like, so they don't have to specifically be a provider, but they have to come to the table with something.
Okay. Okay.
They
So
have to come with something. They can't expect me to be the provider.
wait a minute. Wait. So if you're not the provider, he has to be the provider, right?
No, we're going to be equally, like Tim was saying,
Equal.
equally yoked. Like
So
we gotta both be bringing something to the table.
okay. So you'll be or you believe in 50-50?
No, I don't because I never had 50. So no, I'd be lying if I said 50-50 because I'm not 50-50. I don't have 50.
And I was going to say that there's never 50-50. Never.
And no,
And it's never going to
no,
be.
and plus it's not 50-50 because it, it, the man may make more,
Mm-hmm.
but he definitely doesn't put in 50% of what I do around the house. Like, it's not 50-50.
Okay, so all right, I'm gonna come back to that one. Let me put that in there real quick because I want to come back to that one because you said he doesn't put in 50% around the house. Now, if you I want to say put a monetary value on what a person brings to the relationship. So okay, aside from money, wouldn't a man bring if you made it a job? Wouldn't he bring protection and security? That's easy, a good $20,000-$30,000 extra.
I put up a security light. I put up a security camera. I don't need you to do that. You got to call with stuff, right?
Who is that? Is that Miss Clayton down there? Come on, jump in here. Let's get these Florida women up. Now, what do you say about that?
I'm sorry, I just logged in because I ain't gonna lie, I forgot about it, and I just got in here. So where are we at on the conversation?
And this part we're talking about is expecting men to be providers. Is that whole mentality outdated, or is it even realistic?
It is realistic, and no, it's not outdated.
Okay, so you feel that a man's job is to be a provider.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Not sole provider.
Not the sole provider. Okay.
But not the sole provider, but a provider.
Okay. Okay. Anybody here disagree with that? Chime in real quick. Everybody's in agreement? Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So now since you're here, would you date someone who is broke but highly driven and disciplined?
Off
It
the cuff,
depends on-
no.
You said no?
And that
Where you at?
contradicts it. Because if they were highly driven and everything, they probably wouldn't be broke.
All right.
Well, you could be highly driven. Let's say you just got out of debt or you just got out of school and you haven't had any financial stability and you're driven to make, give you an example. You want to
Well,
be
that depends on where you are in life too.
Yeah.
At 25,
that too.
yeah, I can date a broke man who's highly driven.
Okay.
At this
Right.
stage in the game, I don't want nobody who's highly driven and broke. Right now, I'm almost, my career is almost over. I don't want a man that's highly driven and broke.
Okay. So we would all agree, you all agree that age does matter.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Absolutely.
So at 30, maybe 40, most
No.
likely not. All right.
What do you think, Danny?
What's that?
As far as dating highly, do you think a man should be where he is at 40?
Definitely depends, right? Because some people have ups and downs, right? Like
True.
financial burdens or something could happen, like bankruptcy. Like I don't know, like 40.
Then they don't need to date.
Is
They
it-
don't need to be dating.
It's ideal.
You don't
yeah.
need to be dating. I
Yeah,
agree. You need to get yourself together. You got to get yourself together.
Me and Miss Karen are in the same boat, rowing in the same direction.
Y'all been in Florida too long.
I'm not in Florida anymore. I moved to New York on April 4th.
Oh, you
And
did?
me either. I live in Georgia now. So
All right. So
Romance without finance is a nuisance.
that's right.
Oh,
okay, so here's
Say
something,
that.
and this is something that people thought about as well. It said, is it smarter to struggle together or build individually and meet later?
ooh, that's a
I think
conflict.
I think that has a double-edged sword there because
Yeah.
it depends on where you. Like I said, younger, and we rode this boat together. We struggled together, right? And we was already together. But listen,
But if you are financially, in my opinion, like if I was financially like broke, as quote unquote broke, the last thing I'm thinking of is dating. Like, you know what I mean?
Okay.
For me,
Right.
like I'm not even thinking about dating. Like I'm like, yo, like how, so the last thing in my mind, like I got other things to worry about. Now,
Okay.
if I'm with somebody already, then yeah, thick and thin, we got, we
ride it out.
ride it together. Yeah, that's different.
All right, so Mary said, this is from Facebook group. She said, when they asked the question, she said, Hell no, they have nothing to bring to the table. Love don't feed you or pay bills. She said, date a job or career, at least be able to support yourself. So I thought that was pretty funny. She said,
What's it right here?
date a job. So, all right. How should someone handle dating while working towards financial stability? Like basically student loans. And I think we pretty much, a lot of us had to deal with that, student loans, and the career building and all that type of stuff, moving up the chain within the job. So how should someone who's in it, let's say myself, if I have student loans, I'm in a entry level of a new occupation, right? So how should someone like me handle dating during that time?
It all depends on your financial situation. Are you financially able to date, in your new position, at your new career, at the entry level where you're at?
Okay, so
It's are you able to date?
let's say I have a at the end of the paycheck, I have like $45 left over to date.
You don't have no money because you're gonna need that to gas, to get to work, everything like that. You stay home. Like,
I mean, and the thing is that you don't always have to like spend money on a date. Okay, let me go with that. You don't always have to spend money on a date, because actually a date is literally just spending time together, getting to know each other, conversing, whatever. You can do that on the phone too. I get that. However, it's like if y'all just going to take a walk along the water and just converse, and you want to stop and get some ice cream or something, you know what I'm saying? It's like
Right.
It doesn't have to cost a whole lot of money. And that's still
you
a
can't
date.
even get a lemonade.
I'm gonna need you to move somewhere where it's a little more cost effective, Miss Karen. Because who got a $50 freaking lemonade? Like, I understand Chick-fil-A expensive,
He gotta
but
get to
dang.
work next. He gotta get to work next week. Everything. He gotta pay gas. He gotta get to work.
But
next
all of
week.
that's already taken care of, though. He said at the end
At
of
the
his
end
check,
of the pay, right? So
at the end of his check, he got $45. So that's okay. Let's use a couple of that to go get some ice cream or something and just spend some time together and get to know each other. I get that.
Yeah,
I
but
can
then
understand that.
still, he's really not. He's still not focused on. He's not focused on getting his finances together.
Well, he's working on it.
He's gonna spend his last on a date.
Okay.
He's really not focusing on
Okay,
his
so
finances.
that makes it different. Okay, that's a good point. Spending his last 45 on a date. Okay. Derek Folks said best moments are shared over coffee. Right?
I agree with that statement.
Okay. Jason Gagnon says money is already too much of a barrier for too many people on far too many fronts. Count blessings, not bank account balances. Right? Which I kind of. So now let me flip
Can't
this.
get-
Now, why is it a double standard? Especially now for the people who think that the man is not supposed to be the sole provider. Why is there such a double standard when it comes to financing and dating? Where I don't think there's, how many guys we got on here? I don't think there's a guy out here who actually cares what the woman is making. She can be working at McDonald's, whatever. A guy typically don't care. So why is there such a double standard?
I typically don't care either, because me and you had this conversation earlier, and I said I'll go ahead and bring it to the meeting. To me, it's all about equality. If I have an expectation of you to hold down certain things in the dating realm, I better be able to hold my own in case you can't.
Okay, I like that.
And because it's like, to me, when you first start dating, yes, the man should be the one to put forth all the effort, blah blah blah. I get that. But after you've been dating 4, 5, 6 months, I don't see there's nothing wrong with a woman treating a man to a date. I don't see nothing wrong with that.
Okay.
But I have to know that from jump, you're the one pursuing me.
Okay.
And that I'm not going to be the sole people pleaser in the situation, and then me give and give and give, and then all of a sudden you sitting back and take and take and take.
Okay.
'Cause then we're going to have a problem, and you going to meet Lisa, and you ain't going to like her too much.
So now here's something that was brought up too, and this is from Aaron Foster. He says, "Well, who are y'all going to date? Less than 20% of all men make over 100K, and then there's another 5% of them that make over 100K, and this black men that that make that in Americas. So most delusional people believe they are not broke. Therefore, there is a false self-perception of wealth to begin with." He says, "I propose we stop asking should we to things we know we should be doing. For example, the question of seeking love, acceptance, and true companionship is a life must." Right? So basically he says if you're looking for a certain person in a dating pool, you know, when you place such high standards on that person, your percentages go down, your opportunities go down, and you miss out on opportunities. And I guess it's more along the lines of what Jason said. He said, you know, money should not be, I'm not gonna say he didn't say a factor, but should not eliminate certain opportunities. So any thoughts about that? The dating pool, the percentages, or some people say that's just having higher standards.
Both can be true.
Okay.
Both can be true, because the way I look at it, for me, when I met my soon-to-be ex-husband, I was making more money than him. But he'd been at his job longer than I have. So it's like, yeah, he made less money than I did, but his stability was more, he was more stable at his job. Matter of fact,
Okay.
he's still at that job. And so I still dated him and ended up marrying him. He tried to kill me, and that's why I'm gone. But, you know, that's neither here nor there.
Funny. Right.
So it
why
all
you think that's so
depends.
funny?
It's not, no, it's the way she said it.
Yeah, no, it's okay. That's another story for another podcast. That's another story for another podcast. But so it all depends on that statement, because it all depends on what you're willing to deal with and how much you're willing to accept.
Okay.
Like, to me, money is not an option to the fullest. You
Right.
still got to be doing something.
Right.
You know what I mean?
What
You
are those
can't be
somethings?
You can't be making $10,000 a year, and I'm over here making $30,000 and $40,000 and $50,000 a year.
Okay.
That's not gonna work.
Well, somebody mentioned the point about a man being insecure as a reason
Absolutely.
why not to date someone who's
Absolutely.
making a, you know, because that would present a problem. Have you anybody here ever came across that?
Yes, that's why my husband tried to kill me.
Oh, okay.
He tried to break my neck.
So that's a real
Wow.
thing.
Because yes, that is a real thing. Because he became jealous of my ambitions, because I had gotten my master's in health administration, but I couldn't get a job with the organization I was working with because everybody was in position, and I hit the ceiling at the position where I was at.
Okay.
So I couldn't get a job in the field of which I just spent, you know, $50,000 on a degree. So I decided to go back to school, and that's why I'm in New York now. It's the school, because I decided to become a doctor.
I think we talked about
And
that.
so, yeah, we did. And so he was so jealous of me that he started cheating on me 2 years into our marriage.
Oh, wow.
He had been cheating on me for 2 years before our 2-year anniversary. The math is not mathing. Yes.
Okay. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And so he became so jealous that, because I started moving like without him.
Okay.
I started making moves without him. I started living life without him because he was so, well, we can't do this, we can't do that because I don't have any money. I was like, yeah, but I do.
So
He's
then
like, well,
that kicks in the ego thing then, because every man, that's one of the things where, you know, men and women are different. We talked about this with some of my other friends. One of the things that a man needs is to be, or to feel wanted or needed. I can say wanted, but needed. And then once you get in a situation where you take that away,
No,
then
you
you're
can't wet
now.
the skin, just jump outside, all your body wet.
What was that?
The other towel than one, bro, you can't use it. You keep using the same, I can make sure most of
Oh.
okay.
I'm trying to figure out what language was that.
Me too.
Or so when we
But that's
talked, but you mentioned something. All right, somebody mentioned something earlier about age. So at what age does not being stable yet, become a red flag?
40.
40 for you. And may I ask your age?
I'm 45.
45. Okay. Karen, you said what? 70.
Whatever.
Tina said,
No, like I mean, like where I am now, like I'm not. You gotta come to the table with something.
what? Give me the age. Give me a minimum age where it becomes
All
a red
right.
flag.
It really because I'm past that age, but I agree with her. Like if I had started like at 40, which I did, but so yeah, I'm say around 40.
40.
You should start
Okay.
around 40.
Tina,
You should have it together by 40. If you ain't got it together by 40, or at least be on
That's
your way
right.
by 40, there's a problem. Check your bulb. Check your bulb.
Tina, what age did you say? I remember you said did you say 40 also?
No, what I think we were talking about something else. I wouldn't date anyone that young, but I think what I wanted when I was 40, I definitely don't want now that I'm 60. Like seriously. You need to have your shit together. Like almost like all the way.
Okay. And that's only because
Yes.
of where you are, not so much where they should be.
Not I mean, that's where they should be.
Yeah.
I'm not dating anybody my age with some little kids. No, I'm not doing that. That's like a deal breaker for me.
Okay.
Like I would never. I don't have time. At my age, I want somebody that's into me. Not I gotta go.
No distractions.
Yeah,
I
no.
gotta go get kids for the weekend.
Yeah, no.
Okay. So let me get a guy out here real quick. Now I see Dimitri here. What
I
is
knew it was coming.
Tag, you're it, Dimitri.
Yeah.
now we heard from the women, and obviously they have their views on certain things. Why do you think, as a man, that there's a double standard? Oh no! But before I get into that, is there a certain age where a woman has to have a certain thing, or do you even care if a woman meets a certain financial level?
Threshold.
Okay. So I don't care because I was brought up. The fact that I was brought up, the man takes care of the woman. The man is the household and all that stuff. So I never cared about, far as like her being a certain level, I guess, or on my level or whatever. Long as she does the loyalty and all that stuff, that's just how I was brought up. The old fashioned way, like we take care of the woman, we pay the bills, we provide, blah blah blah. Now, does she do her job? If she want to get a job and work or whatever, that's fine. This and that.
Your
But
ass to Charlotte, Dimitri. If I ain't got to work, come on.
Exactly.
Everything.
say what? What'd you say?
And I said, bring your ass to Charlotte. If I ain't got to work and I need to do my job, I'm going to cook some ziti and let's go.
And I agree with that.
I need
I
that.
agree with that. If she don't have to work, she better be taking care of that house.
Exactly.
Dinner
Okay.
better be cooked by the time he get home.
Exactly.
Well, that's the thing. Like, because I'm pretty sure y'all have heard men, the old fashioned stuff. Like we take care of the
No,
woman.
that's
Is
out
that
that's out the door. These
yeah?
plastic surgery and butt implants and all this false stuff has made the dating pool much different. So old fashioned is out the door. Even older men, I mean,
hmm
they want something, not necessarily monetary, but they definitely want something. So even though
Let's
I'm looking
see.
for a different age bracket. Like I'm looking to date someone in their 60s. So I'm not looking for what somebody else is looking for. So, but that pool is still small
Right.
because of all this social media, everybody getting a big butt. I'm like, yeah, I'm natural. But that's, I mean, we could go on and on and on and on about this. You are not going to find out if a guy can't afford you. First, you have to be interested in him because he's not going to divulge his finances. He's going to front until he, you know, he get you where you are, and it probably will take months before you find out his ass is broke.
Hey, that's a good point. So if when you first meet somebody, you don't know their financial abilities, right? So
Correct.
what would you say to people for those who say that men should not date if they're broke? How would you know? How would you know if a man is
It's
broke?
hard. It's hard.
No, it's not.
Oh,
No,
good.
it's not.
It's not.
Tell me.
No,
Give us the secret.
because my pastor, this came from my pastor. He
Okay.
said in the first 3 months of dating somebody,
Mm-hmm.
if you don't know if you don't know like where he lived, if you
Yeah.
haven't met his friends at least,
Mm-hmm.
if you don't know if he has kids, and you don't know how much money he makes, how he keeps his bills, how he takes care of his house, and how he treats his mama, within the first 3 months, he's not the one.
Mm.
And I
Because you should
150% agree.
3 months.
you should know
Isn't that kind of short
those
though?
things. No, because then you know. Because first of all, a man knows within the first 30 seconds of seeing a woman if he likes the way she looks to even continue to pursue her.
I agree.
Yes,
I agree.
I
30
agree.
seconds of seeing her. Now, a woman within the first 5 minutes of having a conversation with that man, she knows whether she wants to continue to pursue having something more with that man.
Okay.
So why is it taking 6, 7, 8, 9 months, years to figure out that the man broke? No. Have those conversations. Have those hard conversations in the beginning, so that way everything is laid out on the table, and you know whether you both are gonna, okay, this is where I have a disagreement. This is what I don't like, and then you can make decisions from there.
Okay. So let's
It
say
shouldn't take forever.
3 months in, 3 to 6 months in, and you find out that the person that you are dating is not financially responsible. I'm not saying they don't make the money, so they're not financially responsible. Then how do you handle it?
Have a conversation.
Mm-hmm.
That's where communication comes in. Like, hey, babe, I'm not trying to tell you what to do with your money, but this is what I'm noticing as a pattern. And, let me help you with this. If this is a challenge for you, let me help you with it. If
Okay.
he is not open to that help, you already know what it's going to be later on down the line.
Okay.
And then you have choices to make.
So that's a flag.
You got choices to make.
Okay.
Absolutely. If they are not open to help, because a woman is supposed to be a helpmeet. A wife is supposed to be a helpmeet to that man
Okay.
or to that husband. If he's not looking, and that's another thing you need to know within the first 3 months, is what he's looking for. If he's not looking for a wife, you're looking to waste your time.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's a good statement, because I think we're going to have a whole episode on just that. When you date, and this is your personal thing. When you first date, are you dating for a purpose, like a goal, or are you dating just because this is, making me
Something to
feel
do.
good, something new, something?
It depends on where you are in life too.
Okay.
Yeah. If you're older, I'm sure, like, if you're older, right now I'm in a relationship, but I wouldn't date anyone that's not looking to get married or to forever. I'm not looking just to be going out to date to get something to eat or to kick it with. I'm looking for future stability, like somebody that I can settle down.
A companion, somebody to be with
Yeah.
the rest of your life,
Okay.
somebody
Yeah.
to marry you.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And at what age would you say that should be a definite thing? Like there's no bargain on that. What age?
There's from jump,
From jump, any age.
any age.
All any dating is strict in your case. Any dating is strictly for that goal, that final crossing the line, jumping the broom.
Because
Yep.
you're trying to build something, not unless you're just out in the clubs and you're just spontaneous and you're not looking for that. Everyone is not looking to get married or to be in a relationship. I get that.
Mhm.
But if that, you're going to know that about me within those 90 days. I totally agree.
Okay.
But I would say where I am, I'm not trying to meet someone where they are. You should already be where you need to be.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah. But
So
I agree with Omari. You definitely you definitely should know a lot of things and you should be observant on behavior, conversation. I'm a big
Pattern.
consistency person. And Karen and Paula know if I see something you're inconsistent, I'm not having that conversation. I'm sorry, Amari. I'm cutting you off. I'm blocking your number. I'm not wasting my time.
No,
I really
that
am
was true
not.
statement too. Because
I'm
pattern
not
patterns
wasting my
tell the truth.
time with you. Yes, be honest
Patterns
with
tell the truth.
me.
all right.
But
So
you have a lot of men that try to posture and they want to impress you, and they can do that for as long as they can do that, and then when the well runs dry,
That
he's
mask
not
fall off.
doing those things. That mask is up. You like, well, wait a minute, you were doing this before. Who is this guy now? Be consistent. If you
Yeah.
can't do it, don't front. That's why it's important to be honest.
okay.
And to
Yeah. Oh,
piggyback
because
on
I
that
can't
though,
stand liars. So that's one of my
Yeah,
pet peeves.
yeah.
absolutely. And to
One of you.
piggyback on that, us women have to be open, like be cognizant of the fact that we like to collect red flags. Some of us
Yeah.
will collect those damn red flags and we'll throw them in a closet somewhere and then be pissed off when
Yeah,
everything goes awry.
Okay.
yeah.
So
Okay.
we got to take some accountability for that as well. Because I
Okay.
know I did.
Okay.
I saw all the red flags and I just collected them bitches as if I was in a circus trying to make a tent. I'm just saying.
Oh my
One
god.
of you mentioned social media, right? So, do you think social media in general have, well, I mentioned it too, but have inflated expectations of what financial stability looks like? Like when I mentioned the guy who said, "Oh, I don't know, he was posturing for the women, but a guy shouldn't date unless he's making 165,000." Do you think social media influences that people's
Oh,
unrealistic?
absolutely, absolutely.
Yeah. Yeah.
A lot of people are
Especially,
materialistic. They want stuff. They want name brands. They're label hoes. They chasing labels.
Mhm.
They're not looking for the authentic person. Social media definitely influences a lot. It influences the type of person that you date. I mean, just look at it from the simplistic standpoint of Jordans. Every kid wants Jordans. They can't afford them, but their mom is going to go over and get them because of the image.
Right.
So a lot of people live outside their means because of image, whether it's fake or real.
Okay.
Yeah.
I could buy that.
Afterpay rectified that.
Okay.
Say that again.
Afterpay rectified that. Afterpay.
Afterpay. The
They say
the
I'm the core now.
You
They
can
say
buy
I'm
and make
the
payments
Oh,
on.
girl, yes,
Yeah.
yes,
the modern
yes.
that's the modern layaway.
Yeah,
Yes.
living
Yeah.
beyond your means.
Okay.
Living beyond your means. So if
Now,
Dimitri, if I don't have to work, bring your ass to Charlotte.
I got a friend in Charlotte.
Do you? Okay.
okay,
Okay.
love connection. But now I have a real question for you. Now I want you guys to be as honest, and I'm gonna call people out because I see people on here, and the question is simple as this: Can love realistically thrive without financial security? So I'm gonna go with Miss Clayton first.
Yes.
It can.
Yes. And the reason why I say that is because I did it
Okay.
with me and my husband. We did it for a long time.
The one I'm trying to
And
kill you.
yeah, the one that tried to kill me.
Okay.
I helped elevate him
Okay.
because the job that he was working, he would do the manager's job, but he would never go and take the manager's position. Like he was
Ah.
always hesitant and he was always scared, fearful of getting into that role and not being able to, live up to the expectations of that role. I was like, babe, I said, whenever your boss is gone, you're the one that does everything that needs to be done. So you're already doing the damn job. You're just not getting paid to do it. Go get the position. And I convinced him to do it. And now that motherfucker, I'm sorry.
No, hey,
No,
we're unfiltered.
hey.
But now he's making almost 70,000 a year, and he's refusing to help me because he agreed to support me while I'm in school.
Mm-hmm.
And now that everything's hit the fan and we've gone our separate ways, he's refusing to help me and to hold his word
Okay.
of supporting me while I'm in school. Well, right now I had to move to New York because, for one, he tried to kill me, so that was a domestic violence situation, and I need to finish school anyway. So I had to move to New York because all the classes I have to take going forward are hands-on in the classroom. I have to be on campus. So right now I'm living at my cousin's house, sleeping on their couch, trying to find a job and literally just existing while I go to school because he's refusing to support me the way he said he would as a husband.
Yeah, I think the choking thing, the strangulation thing, kind of canceled the contract on that.
Yeah.
Now don't get it twisted. I like to be choked. That's different. He snapped he tried to snap my neck. See, I don't mind being choked. That's not a problem. But the problem was that when I felt all the vertebrae in my neck start to pop.
Oh, that was
that's what
the safe word.
That's not what's done.
Yeah.
All right, who's down here? Tina.
Yes.
Can love realistically thrive without financial security? Realistically,
I think it can. I've done it a couple times.
Mm-hmm.
It can, but again, it depends on where you are in your life. Now, no.
Okay.
No. I don't want to take care of anyone. I don't want to prop up anyone. I'm not waiting for somebody to have that great career. Like what I'm looking for now is not what I was looking for 20 years ago. Again, I'm 60. I'm not looking to build anyone.
Okay.
I'm very matter of fact right now. I haven't dated in 6 years.
What?
I haven't been on a date. I have not dated in 6 years. So my mind is clear on what I want.
Okay.
Amen to that.
My mind is clear. My mom had a stroke. I took care of her. I didn't date. So I focused on her.
Okay.
So now, yeah. And I probably won't date for another year as I go through this grieving process. But when I do, I know what I want.
Okay.
And I'm not waiting for you to build it. Now, would I date someone that's making $40,000 a year? I would, because maybe they have stocks, maybe they have stability there, they got 401k, they've been in the military, they got this, they got that. So, yeah. But
Okay.
within those 90 days, I'm going to know all of that. And Karen and Paula knows this. You have to have some type of benefit. You have to have some type of benefit.
Along with that salary. It has to be kind of balanced.
Assets plus salary equal living.
Yes. I would be stupid to say I would date someone for 40,000. You can go work at QT and make $48,000. Yeah, the managers, they do make money. At least here in Charlotte, you see it posted everywhere. So it depends. There are a lot of things that come into play. It's not just, hey, here's a guy, he makes $40,000. You gonna date him? No. Okay. I'm gonna take that 3 months that Amara talked about, and we gonna get to know each other.
Okay. So love won't even get a chance to thrive if that financial stability is not shown.
Nope.
I don't think we're in control of that.
Okay.
I really don't. I don't think that we can put a time on, okay, in 90 days I'm gonna fall in love with this guy. I mean, you can't say that. The heart wants what the heart wants.
Right.
When I first meet you, you give that opportunity to make an impression, but over time, maybe it's something quirky about you. Maybe it's something weird about you or something that you do that I'm attracted to you. Yeah. So everything is relevant. It really is.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Karen, what would say you?
With what?
Can
What are you
love
talking
realistically thrive without financial security?
I can't answer for her.
No, that was for Karen.
No. I'm going. I don't know. I don't know. I doubt it.
You doubt it? Okay. So I'm gonna assume you've never been in a situation where everything was good except for the money and the
I did. I have been when I was younger, and when I was in that situation, it didn't last too long.
okay, so that's a no for you. Okay. Who's this? Who's this? Lily. I know Lily's on here,
Yeah.
right? Are you in here? What do you think? Do you think that love in your perspective, love can survive if you're not financially stable?
No, you gotta have a job.
Well, when we talk about financial stable, not just having a job, should a person be financial stable for love to thrive?
Yeah, it should be.
You should be. Okay. And that's because that's a limit you set.
Yeah.
Okay. Easy enough. Who else is on here? I'm calling people out. Hannah. No lurking. Come on, Hannah. Let's hear it.
Yeah, I'm not here. I'm absent. I'm
All right.
Dimitri.
What's up, Hannah?
In your case,
Okay.
and I know
No, money is important.
money is important.
that's it.
So no finance, no romance.
No, like, yeah, I can do it, but I don't want to feel overburdened by, you get what I'm saying, or taken advantage of, or you understand what I'm saying? Like,
Okay.
I can do it for a certain, if as long as I feel like you have prospects and you're actually working, or maybe it's just not coming up, or you're not just getting a job or whatever. But there's only so much waiting I can do. As long as you're not lazy,
Okay. So a little bit of discipline and
and I see
hardworking.
that you have prospects and all of that, but yes, but it gets to a point where people get tired, of
Mm.
having to do it all. You always need a partner to put in work and effort and everything. And I don't want to, I don't think, maybe because of where I'm from, I don't think I want to give a man money for whatever reason. You know what I'm saying? I
Okay.
can do it, but I don't want to pay the bills.
You don't want to be
So out of,
the provider.
yeah, I don't want to be the breadwinner. And then out of, it can also cause disrespect, not intentionally though, because I might just act some type of way and you feel offended. You feel like, oh, cause she's paying the bills. So, or because you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that's me naturally. Men also can feel insecure about that
Mm-hmm.
in the sense that African men, I'm an African, so African men can also feel some sort of disrespect when a woman carries or pays the bill, or is majorly financially responsible for the household. You understand what I'm saying? So I think I can do it, but only for a short period. Just for a short period, not for not for a
Nothing permanent.
long-term period. I can be yes, I can be supportive, but yeah, just for a short period. That's
Okay.
Yeah.
So in other words, that's a no.
it. An in between. That's an in between. I'm maybe, and I'm young too. So yeah, I'm younger. So money makes the world go round.
Okay.
I
Okay.
know.
Brenda.
Just the same way,
Oh.
same way. Wait, hold on. Just the same way. I don't want to be a burden to a man. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't need you to give me money for my pad, money to send to my family, money to do. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
Asking is a problem for me. So it's just the same way. It's not like just drawn to one person. It's just not to one person. It's just both ways for me. Like even for me, I don't want to be a burden to somebody else.
Okay, so
Get what I'm
so I
saying?
guess in both ways, somebody needs to be. You both need to be financially stable, or it's going to be a
Correct.
problem.
For me, yes.
Okay, is Brenda online?
Correct.
Brenda, she's probably listening. All right, Dimitri, for you,
Mhm.
what say you? Is financial stability realistically? I'm sorry, is love realistically true if there's no financial stability?
Oh man, I got two answers to that. I'm gonna say yeah and no because
We have a fence sitter.
the love gonna fall once the woman is providing a lot and she get tired of like you know like they said you got to bring something to the table. If they're doing that like at least halfway in a relationship, it's gonna fall.
Okay.
So I don't think it's gonna be in love no more.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
So
Like
you're saying that
now,
if a woman has
but
to put up if she's putting up her 50% or more, then that love is gonna, basically.
right, but you're right. But at the same time, I've also seen situations where in relationships it did work.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
No,
Like
but
like
how about
like
for you? We're talking about for you. Do you think?
oh well, for me, I don't care. Like I said, like you can work at KFC, you can not work at all. I'm gonna do what I
Yeah.
gotta
Oh
do.
my
I'm
God.
going I'm gonna do what
You
I
got
gotta
you
do
got to move
because
to Dimitri. You
and
got to move to Charlotte for Tina and Karen.
yeah,
Yeah.
but I'm gonna do what I'm gonna do because in my head, that's how I'm structurally built. Is
Right.
if I'm gonna be in a relationship, that's what I was brought up at. That's what my mother brought me under. You take care the woman like that. That's just that. It's no erasing that out my head. So for me, if you're asking me, no, it just doesn't matter with me. I don't care.
Okay.
But
And that's a
you
male.
know,
That's a male's I'm sorry. That's a male's point of view because we look at ourselves as being providers, and a lot of
right,
times we as
If you're
men,
raised right,
yeah, we don't want women paying for our stuff. So I
right.
understand that part. So I can relate to that. Now here's a question for you, and this is actually for the women. I just want to a either or. This is an either or question. Would you rather date a broke man with ambition or a rich man with no direction?
Rich man with no direction.
You would. Okay, so Hannah said a rich man with no. Who was
Yeah.
that? All right, rich man with no
There's this
direction.
saying we have that it says, I would rather cry in a Bentley than something on a bike.
Did
I
smile
forgot
on
what it is.
him.
Yes. So yeah.
Okay, and Tina, broke man with ambition or rich man with no direction?
A rich man with no direction
Rich man. Okay, so going for the rich man.
because we're gonna sit down and figure that out together.
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
So you said that some of the conversation we have with men and women, but mostly men, is that a lot of times the mistakes that women make is trying to fix. They'll go for a guy thinking in their head that they're going to fix that guy, when in all reality you're not, and that's where problems occur. So it's just something to think
It's
about.
true.
And who did I miss? It? Karen, did you say rich man?
No, I didn't hear the question. I was
Oh,
on the phone.
would you rather date a broke man with ambition or a rich man with no direction?
A rich man with no direction.
Okay,
'Cause I'm going.
you going for the money?
I'm going. I'm going to help you get on the right direction.
Okay. So
and that is where he just said that women make that mistake
Yes.
of thinking they're gonna fix the man, and they end up heartbroken. That's why I was thinking about it, and I was like, I would actually date the broke man with the ambition because therefore he has the cognizance and the potential, which
Yes.
I have a very big issue with dating potential now because I did it. But if he has ambition,
Mm-hmm.
he's going to make the money.
Okay.
The money's going to come.
So you're going to put that trust in him.
If he has ambition, because my mistake is I dated and married potential without ambition, and that's where I fucked up.
Okay, because potential stays potential.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
But ambition is movement. That has movement.
Okay.
And the money will come. That's why people, I mean, and I'm not knocking anybody that said money. Money can always be made.
Mm-hmm.
Money can always come.
And be lost.
Characteristics, yeah, absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. But characteristics, attributes, demeanor, persona, who you are, your integrity, that's priceless. You can't replace that.
I agree.
You can't replace that.
Okay. So, and I guess as a man, and this question wasn't for a man, but I think I would have more trust in someone who stuck by me when I didn't have anything versus somebody, when I had it all, and I think
that's what I was thinking.
Yeah, because it's kind of like,
but that's relative to an age, though. If I'm 40 or 30, yeah, we're gonna stick together through thick and thin. I'm 60.
Right.
I'm not doing all of that.
But I mean, I see your point though, Tina, because at 60 he better have something together.
And it doesn't have to be a whole lot of money.
No, it just he needs to have his shit together at 60. I get that.
Iterate
I'm
that.
with you on that.
No. Yes. Yes. Somewhat. Let's 80. And Karen knows me. You don't have to have your shit all the way together. And I think I've said that. I'm not materialistic. I have everything I've ever wanted or needed. I don't need that stuff. I've accumulated it over the years. So what I'm looking for is not what a 20, 30, 40-year-old is looking for in a man.
Right.
Well, good, Tina. I got a pension.
Bring your ass to Charlotte.
You've been saying it.
How tall are you, Dimitri? Dimitri, how tall are you?
How tall am I?
Yeah.
5'8".
How tall are you, Tina?
We've met several times. We are good. I'm 5'9", though.
5'9"? Okay, so let me.
Yeah.
I'm gonna wrap this up with one more question. One more question, but just some of the comments. This was from social media. Abdul Aziz says, "Should broke women be dating?" Okay, so not so much if broke men should be dating. Should they be dating as well? So I guess where's the parity in that? I guess that was the question.
Bean, you had that conversation earlier today.
Yes.
And I said broke women should not be dating either.
Okay.
Period.
I think broke women should date or could date because most men don't care. Most men don't care.
I agree with that perspective. I think it's different for women than it is men. 1 second. Hey, y'all, stop it. Oh my God, I got my grandkids over. I hope they're going home tonight.
This
so
is
I mean,
recorded.
it's different. A broke man and a broke woman, I know, right? It's not equally yoked. It's different.
Right.
Women can spruce up themselves and create the persona that they have it going on. And they could be broke as a joke. You would never, ever know.
And I could tell you this. I dated a woman who literally can probably take $30 and go in there and put a whole complete outfit together, and you would never know it was $30.
Absolutely.
So,
it's different.
Yeah, guys can't do that.
It's different.
But then that goes back to the integrity of who you are.
Okay.
When no one's looking. Because that's where you have those conversations in the first 90 days. So
yeah,
just like if he's not, you know what I'm saying? If he, what we consider broke, what are her ambitions? What is she trying to do to better herself? What is she trying to do to, you know what I'm saying, to elevate and to make more money? Or, you know what I'm saying? Is she in school? There's a lot, the same factors that we put on those men, that men need to put on these women.
Okay. Yeah. But I think we look at things differently though. So we're
Oh,
not.
I know.
Yeah,
'Cause
we
y'all
don't
make
expect.
good decisions.
Yeah, I could care less what the woman makes. You know, it doesn't matter as long as I'm able to handle myself. You know, and her.
Yeah.
You know, but Cole
Yeah.
Hansberry says, "Oh, I just lost it." Cole Hansberry says, "You can get creative." Oh, give me a second. Oh, and I liked his response. Come on, Facebook.
The Book of Faces.
Yeah. Now it doesn't want to pull up, but he mentioned basically about being creative when you know dating, going out on certain dates, to the museum, to the park, stuff like that. He says cook at home, smart enough to utilize free resources like museums, free concerts, etc. It doesn't always cost big bucks to create a meaningful date, which was
That's what I said earlier.
Now Tracy's Igba, she's from Nigeria. Just to throw it in there because there's a cultural difference sometimes too. She says, nope,
Right.
Broke men shouldn't date. A man stands as a leader, even in dating. Women are directed not just by words, but money. Just like her parents groomed her to what you became attracted to, take it up from there and make a superwoman. So basically she's saying that, you know, she was raised to be a certain way, and that's a more submissive view. But you can't just direct them by words. You have to direct them with money. Basically, you got to make them happy and, you know, used to a certain lifestyle.
Yeah.
And then
And maybe that is a cultural thing. I think that cultural thing is American and maybe African too. You have a lot of materialistic women out there that just want one thing. They're not interested in you. They're only interested in you until they get what they want.
Yeah.
Now the title
That could be anything.
The title of this episode was "Should a Broke Man Date?" Right?
No.
So Diana Godding says, absolutely not. All women aren't gold diggers, but it is a burden to support a broke man. And I mean broken in any way, not just financially. So I had to get some things from the hardware store last night. My man swatted my hand away when I pulled out my credit card to pay the $110 for my items. He just doesn't let me pay for things. He doesn't let me open doors. He doesn't let me carry things. He says if I have a problem, he wants to solve it, and that's I think most men are like that. That's how he's built. That's But she says and this is the part where it hit home. She says, I'm certain that his financial security gives him that ability to feel like a man in every way. She says she dated broke guys before. They are very insecure and it affects their ego and how they interact with women. So that was I think one of you mentioned that when it came to being an insecure man, how it affects your relationship. So she basically co-signed that.
That was my husband.
Your husband, okay.
That was my husband, yeah.
Okay, so she says assume their ego is fractured because they don't measure up to societal expectations of what a man is supposed to be, which leads to which is basically lead, protect, and provide. And if you don't have those provisions, it's hard to lead because folks pay the cost to be the boss. Okay, everybody agree with that?
I agree with that.
Okay,
but y'all, there's one thing that I do give. Like, not so much a pass because you should never try to kill your wife, but an understanding that he was raised by a mom that worked 3 jobs, and so he was literally raised by his brothers and sisters. He didn't have a father in the household.
Okay.
So I do take that into consideration, but at some point in time in your lifetime,
okay,
i.e., around the age of 25, you need to take accountability for your own shit.
I want to talk about that. Not on this podcast, on a separate podcast about the impacts of a single woman or single man household. Those are some of the things that you do miss out, and I think that does make a difference. But
I think it does.
Now, my last question was: are women justified in rejecting men purely based on income? Is a yes or no answer? That's one. Yes or no?
Justified? No.
No. Okay.
Yeah, I say no. I
No.
say no.
Okay.
Yeah.
So everybody's a
Yeah, I
no.
feel like I'm contradicting myself because I do think if someone is not where you are, you should give. I mean, you don't know. It could be, I don't know who said they have potential resources.
Mhm.
They can do certain things. Like if you're a
Ambition. Yeah, that
handyman
would be,
and I
yeah.
don't have to pay for everything. I need a ceiling fan up. I need my wall painted. I
Right.
need to do this. I need my grass cut. If I'm not dishing all that money out and my man is doing it, so he is bringing something to the table
Mhm.
outside of that high salary. But the fact that a man is not equally yoked as a woman financially will creep into the relationship at some
That's a
point.
point. But
It will,
to what you
and it
said,
will destroy it.
well, to what you said earlier, it says purely based on income. So a lot of times you're not basing this purely on income. Like you had other factors. You said a pension. You said age matters. You know, so at a certain age,
Assets,
so you
like
know,
other assets,
yeah. So
401k.
yeah,
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 come
and
on
all that.
down to Charlotte.
okay.
No, so let me just clear things up. I am joking a little bit. I'm not materialistic. I definitely am not looking for anyone to take care of me. Absolutely not. But the type of man that I'm going to date, he's going to already have certain things in place. That's just the fact of the matter. He will. I may not know everything, but like Amara said, through conversations and within, it may not even take 90 days for him to divulge everything that he has or
Hmm.
does not have. But I'm super observant. I'm big on consistency. It will come out in the wash eventually. It really will. Um, I don't want to take care of anyone. I'm not
Okay.
going to take care of
I
anyone.
will never do it again.
You'll
I
never do
will
it
never
again.
do it again. Nope.
Yeah,
I want to flip this one too. I want to
yeah.
actually
I'm
get.
not.
I'm going to
I'm
get the
not.
guys in on this, majority guys, and see how they feel about the modern day relationships and being the sole provider, and how they feel about a woman not being able to financially support them. So I'm gonna hear about, and I got to get some young guys in there too, because the age range makes a huge
It
difference.
is different. It makes a
Yeah.
difference.
So
Yeah,
anyway,
the mindset is definitely different.
you guys, thank you for jumping in here. This was very enlightening.
You're
So,
welcome.
this will probably be aired next Monday. What's Monday? Today's the 18th. This is going to be pre-recorded, so it'll probably be on the 27th. So, just check it out. You can follow us on houseofodem.com. Subscribe and get everything you need. And also, if you look up Psycho 4081 or Unfiltered with Psycho 4081 on your favorite podcast platforms, all the things will be, it'll pop up. So I want to thank you, and I'm gonna leave you with this song. You guys won't hear it though. Called No
Baby got back.
no broke men allowed.
Oh, okay.
So when you see the episode air, check out the song.
No broke man allowed. Broke man, what do you want my name for? No, I don't care if you open doors. Broke man, no, you can't have my number. I have my own, won't take me under. Broke man trying to get next to me. Yes, I have two eyes so I can see. Broke man, I can pump my own gas. If you're not paying, let me pass. What you gonna do for me? Broke man. How are we going to live life happily? What can you do for me? Broke man. I don't wanna live a life of poverty. No broke man allowed. Broke man. Broke man shouldn't be allowed to date. You can't take me out, I already ate. Broke man, you have a house or a car, no time to chat, it's not gonna get very far. Broke man, can you get my bills paid? I can do bad by myself with no aid. What you gonna do for me? Broke man. How are we going to live life happily? What can you do for me? Broke man. I don't wanna live a life of poverty. No broke man allowed. What you gonna do for me? Broke man. How are we gonna live life happily? What can you do for me? Broke man. I don't wanna live a life of poverty. No broke man allowed. Broke man. No broke man allowed.